A police officer is dead and three suspects are in custody after a shooting at a traffic stop in New Mexico, authorities say. The shooting occurred when the unidentified officer pulled over a vehicle in Hatch on Friday today, August 12, 2016, blah, 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 blah. According to the department, from the Donna Ana County Sheriff's Department. Another Hatch officer had just arrived at the traffic stop to assist the first officer when a passenger from the vehicle exited and fired shots, the sheriff's department said in a statement. The suspects fled the scene and traveled southbound on Interstate 25, at times exceeding speeds of 100 miles per hour, according to authorities. The responding officer tried to pursue them without success. I'm sorry, I keep having to flip back and forth. About 25 minutes after the initial traffic stop, the suspects exited at a rest stop where one carjacked a red Chevrolet Cruze, authorities said. The owner of the car was shot during the hijacking and was transferred to hospital. I'm sorry, something is off about this article. I'll explain after. Sheriff's Department said, developing story, more to come. Okay, let's go back and read the lines that confused me before we get into the, substance of this. And why I was kind of stumbling at the end. About 25 minutes after the initial stop, the suspects excited at a rest stop. It says excited, EXCITED. And the other one was the owner of the car was shot during the carjacking and was transported to hospital. Not the hospital or to a hospital, but whatever. And I'm just, I'm not trying to insult, the author of this article. Well, it's actually two people. I'm just, saying why I kind of stumbled. Now, this doesn't really surprise me, at least in the conventional sense of an officer got murdered, because we've seen that anti-police rhetoric with just, obviously the killings of African Americans being, talked about by Black Lives Matter, and, there being some affiliates of the group who advocate for their deaths, and just different material we've seen from, people who are genuinely upset about officers. Now, this seems to be a case of a person who was in the wrong, because this officer wouldn't just pull up on you for no reason, and decided to retaliate in the worst possible way and take the man's life. Now, we know nothing of this officer other than, his actions leading right up to his death, but I don't believe killing someone is ever the right thing to do. I'm against the death penalty, so that kind of extends here. And I'm just sort of in a daze, because I really went into this article expecting it to be somewhere like Baltimore or Chicago, one of the more populated areas with, I guess, a known record of just having a police department that kind of conflicts with people. And I sort of rationalized it as maybe someone retaliating that, again, was pulled over for some kind of infraction or assumed infraction in the eyes of the officer. This happening in Mexico, or Hatch, New Mexico, rather. I sometimes abbreviate it, just to, I use new because I want to differentiate it from the country of Mexico. This surprised me in its location, because I've never heard of the Hatch Police Department, so I just kind of assume they're alright, but apparently this, I don't know if that's the case or not, because we don't know enough detail. It's kind of a hard problem, with making this, but I really hope these shootings of officers cease, and obviously, we're gonna learn more as it comes. But it's sad whenever somebody has to die or is killed. So I really will. If more information comes out, I'll update. If none comes out, which I highly doubt, I'll just move on. But I think we'll see some more information that will lead to a more clear picture of what occurred. So thank you for watching, and have a good day, and be safe.